agricultural we cannot grow. Let us go back to the basics. Then how do you do it in that time when there is cocoa, there's no oil?
Go abroad. All the Nigerians that I know abroad are doing fine. The difference between doing fine and doing exceedingly well.
I've read Bible and I see what is there. So all this thing that is happening, we are just seeing tomorrow. The worst one is coming.
Not everybody is equal. So everybody is equal, but some people in Nigeria are more equal than the others.
Nigeria, the giant of Africa, that wonderful black nation full of people with so much strength, zeal and spirit that nothing seems to shake us. But in recent time, we are badly shaken with so much of insecurity in the land, so much killings, so much kidnappings, so much rape, so much sexual assault, child molestation, so much gender inequality. But the truth is that we have the right to air our opinion. We can talk, and we want you to talk too. You can lend your voice here. My name is Fashion Tolani.
My name is Samuel.
So, Mr. Samuel, is Lagos the land of opportunity?
Land of
Opportunity.
Absolutely. Everything is sellable in Lagos. The only person I think can go hungry in Lagos is a lazy person.
Wow,
If
fantastic.
you are not lazy, you can never go hungry in Lagos.
My name is Kayode Samuel.
Okay, so Mr. Kayode, thank you for the audience you gave us. Please, we just want to talk about, we want your opinion because it will go a long way. Sir, do you think Lagos is a land of opportunities?
Lagos is a land of opportunity for those that have that initiative that can discover it as, oh, let me find one thing to do. And if you don't find one thing to do as someone living or be a Lagosian, you may remain like that. But it's a land of success, and it's a land of opportunity for someone that can discover. Because they say when you discover, you recover.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Yes, sir. Please, what's your name, sir?
My name is Mr. Olaiton Aleye.
Mr. Lighton, thank you so much for your time. Please, we want to ask you some questions about Nigeria, based on a lot of things going on now. But we want to start with the issue of job insecurity. Let's start with the lack of jobs, lack of seemingly opportunities for young people. The young people say it is the elders say it is the young people. What is your opinion about this, sir?
Yeah, like you asked, I'm going to blame the two sides. Is for the youth, you understand? Yeah, the youth of nowadays we are parading. Majority of them are lazy, which I agreed. Majority of them are not taking the bull by the horn, you understand? And they are not ready to sacrifice. They are not ready, to work hard, you understand? It's only few of them, you understand, that sees that, okay, I need to do my own part. I need to ensure that, okay, I achieve my, my aims and my objective. You understand? Now, in the part of the elders, I will not say elders, I will say government in particular. Also, government is to be blamed because they are not putting enabling environment for the youth to operate. You understand? So you cannot put the blame either fully on youth or fully on the adult. You understand? So everybody have his own role to play. You understand? Because for you to achieve something. But by and large, like that, let me just summarize it, is that there is no way, the government can, provide the employment for all the youth, yes, everybody, yes. So the youth start looking at ways of, be creative and see how they can, do something. Apart from the fact that you went to school or whatever, try to do something, kind of vocational things or something that creates that that will make you to employ people yourself. You understand? So it's very, very important, because by the time, and look at the kind of and Nigeria also we are a consuming nation. You understand? We are not producing. You understand? So definitely we have issue of unemployment after some time. You understand? And the population is rising every day. You understand? So there is no way the unemployment will not arise. But you as yourself, oh fine, I could not get job. Let me look at something else to do.
We need some assistance from the government, because whatever you want to do, if they put tariff, say, I want to make a company now, they say maybe the company, even the exceeding capital you have may not be more than 500,000, and the government say the tax you are going to pay is almost 150,000. How will you make it? So they are not encouraging. So we need government to encourage those who are coming in financially and morally.
Please, what's your name?
Adebayo is the name.
Okay, Mr. Adebayo. Yes, sir. We want to talk about Nigeria and some, issues that are of concern. Okay, number one, we want to talk about the rate of unemployment, lack of jobs. What can you say about this matter?
Talking about unemployment, I think each and every one of us is to be blamed for the high rate of unemployment in Nigeria. Why do I say so? We keep pushing the blame on government. Government is this, government is that. Yes, even on paper, we are supposed to have 3 tiers of government: the federal, state, and local government. But in practice, it doesn't work that way. Why? Because of selfishness of some certain individual. Personal interest. Number one, we are not patriotic in this country. If there's if you have to give a figure, I think less than 10% of Nigerians are patriotic. We are insulting those that are there now because we are not privileged. Believe me, when you and I are privileged, we might actually do worse than what they are doing, yes.
My name is Mrs. Ghana.
Okay, thank you so much, Ms. Ghana. We want to talk about Nigeria. This incessant killing, this kidnapping, this unemployment. What counsel do you have for this country? What do you think is responsible?
We have said in Psalm 37, verse 9, it said that the wicked people, God will remove them.
Please, what's your name?
Kenneth Ikenwa is my name.
Mr. Kenneth Kenwa, thank you for your time. Sir, we want to ask you some questions, and one of it is about the situation in Nigeria.
And then we must have sincerity of purpose. Government sets up a bank. I'm not going to mention any bank now, so that I don't give them undue advertisement or advertising. Now, how many common people can actually have access to such banks to borrow petty loans? 100,000, 200,000 to run their businesses, all right? But those who have connections with those at the top can easily come to those banks and get those loans. And for the most part, some of them don't even get paid back. And then you are saying we're having financial problems. So until we are sincere with our policies, until we practice a democracy and practice governance that is based on the interest of the peoples, not just people. You can't, for instance, say, okay, because you belong to one state or one tribe in the country, you have more access to resources. Everybody, all the peoples should have access to those resources. And then you find out that when one person from one particular segment of society is making it, he will lift others up. Like my very good small friend Davido would usually say, you rise by lifting other people up. And until we get that right, we will still be in utopia and in limbo, as it were.
And also, government to some extent, they're also doing a little thing, because I'm a digitally informed person. You understand? Now, government is giving a lot of grants. How many youth knows about this? You understand? They're not informed. You understand? Because they're not informed because they are not, they don't go extra mile to know what other things government are doing. There are some people that are taking loans. That people that, but when you don't have what it takes, the requirement for you to take loan, you understand? Nobody will give you a loan. You didn't go to school. You didn't have that requires no. There's some loan that are not even collateral. You understand? But you yourself, they must see that okay, you are ready. You understand? To like I said, look around. You understand? Many people believe that they don't want to take a step. They don't want to get rich. Rich is not automatic. Yes, sir. You can see most youth now, yes, sir, because of what they are seeing. Other people just make money, corruption and other stuff, go into all sort of activity that is against the law. Yes, sir. They don't feel that why am I struggling? And some of them, their lifestyle, they want to live a lifestyle that supposed to to achieve in 5-10 years. You want to achieve it within. So it's not done.
The role of government in empowering agriculture.
But the issue that how many youths, yes sir, even you were asked to go to the farm, will you want to work in the farm? No, everybody want quick money. So everything say back that nobody wanted to systematically grow. Yes sir, you just want to venture into something that just today and tomorrow you want to become a millionaire. Yes sir. So if you start looking at that, we cannot progress. It's a systematic something, but nowadays, yes, we just go airports, yes,
We want to talk about education. Is education really the answer? We know some people dropped out of school, like they said, and schooled themselves, and they are billionaires today.
Yes, my sister, let me tell you one thing. It depends the way what's your own understanding of education, the word education. Me, the word education, my understanding is that it's just for you to have a kind of a basic knowledge to be able to write and speak. Yes, sir. Yes, that's my basic education, because Nigeria we are multi-ethnic something. So we have only one language that you will understand. I will understand. If you are Igbo now, you are speaking Igbo to me, I will not understand. So education, yes, is good, but it's not the end. It's not the means to your success. Are you getting me? The basic education, if you notice, even though American we are all saying that develop something now, the average education most of them have is high school. They will even celebrating it. It's only in this Western world. You understand? Well, you have masters, you have those. Understand? They believe that with that they're okay. Are you getting me? Yeah. Look at China. You understand? Once they can have a basic something. So the issue is that once you can read and write, you understand? And you feel okay, you have something to do, you understand? Because the definition of education like matters. Your own definition of education is different from his own definition of education. The government can, provide the employment for all the youth, you understand? Everybody, you understand? So the youth start looking at ways of, be creative and see how they can, do something. Apart from the fact that you went to school or whatever, try to do some kind of vocational things or something that creates that will make you to employ people yourself. You understand? So it's very, very important, because by the time and look at the kind of and Nigeria also we are a consuming nation. You understand? We are not producing. You understand? So definitely we have issue of unemployment after some time. You understand? And the population is rising every day. You understand? So there is no way the unemployment will not arise. But you as yourself, oh fine, I could not get a job. Let me look at something else to do. So in both sides, let's say I blame both the elders or the government and the youth. You understand? Everybody has his own role. You play your own role. You understand? You are playing all them. Then everything will be all right. It's just like during our days when we were very young. You understand? There's a lot of opportunity. It's only we see youth working hard to achieve aim. Some of them will even get admission before they finish school. Some of them will have given a job opportunity, yes, because they can see that they are so serious, they are determined now. But now, yes, a lot of things is going wrong. Fine, our educational system also is rotting. Fine, but to be sincere with you, I blame all parties. Yes, both the youth and government or headers. They are the one that that one why that we all been ourselves. So it's not on one side.
You know, comparing education, the formal education, and then you getting menial trainings and skills. The second one, is it about certificate or certificate?
Very good. When we are in the school in the olden days, we always sing one song: education without farming. Láìsí ọkọ́ àti àdá kò ì pé o, kò ì pé o. That is just níṣẹ́ ilẹ̀ wa, ẹni kò ṣiṣẹ́ a máa jalè. Ìwé kíkọ́ láìsí kọ́ àti àdá. You see, that is education. Yeah, because if you say you go and learn without doing some skill work, it's not 100% sure. And when it is in Nigeria, we find out that the government are not encouraging the farmers. You see, the food that is costing all these things that we have we don't even have sufficient. I didn't be the government has support them with financially, morally, land, everything. So you have abundant food, then everything will be going normal. So without skill, it's not, the education is still. Then some people go to universities, but they don't know what they go and read.
What is your view about education? Is education the key? Because you mentioned a fashion person and I know you're an economics. So
Okay. Education is important, but it's not like, don't let me use the word the key. Personally, if I'm going to get married, by the time I start having my children, I would make sure that after school they are learning something. I wish I had the opportunity to learn a lot of things even before I left secondary school. So when it comes in this Nigeria, if we want to base it on Nigeria, the way Nigeria is, I think education is not the key. It's better you have both. If you are going to be educated, like, okay, if you are going to go to school, have a certificate, yes, have it. But regardless, still learn something, skills, you can't tell, because the way everything is going, things are just changing. You can't predict. Yeah, let me use the word. Nigeria is unpredictable at the moment. By tomorrow, just hear the government is doing something else and be cryptocurrency, for crying out loud. I'm not saying I'm a fan or whatever it is, but I knew before it was banned, I knew the effect it had on so many people. I could see even the technological advancement. It was very, very glaring. So I feel when it comes to education, go to school because you want to be educated, but don't go to school because you feel it's just the only way. That's the problem we have in Nigeria. Abroad there, when it comes to going to university, which they call college there, they go when they are ready to go. It's not like, hey, I am 15. Before I clock 16, I have to go to the university. And then when we get to university, you have to cram everything because you have to come out with first class and everything. But abroad there, you don't get, like, they make you understand things, like, because they believe that it's not about pouring everything. You need to understand whatever it is you are involved in when it comes to knowledge. When it comes to engineering students, I just say that it's always good when engineering students go to polytechnics before university, because I think polytechnics for Nigeria are very practical. And then you have imagine all this. By the time you hear somebody that is a mechanic, he didn't even go to school, but he's more learned compared to an engineering student. So really, it's both ways. Go to school because you want to be educated, and at the same time learn something. Do you understand?
but we look at some people, most young people now, when you finish from the university in Nigeria, you quickly go and learn one handcraft. Like maybe you learn how to use the camera, you learn how to do something, how to sew, how to photography. That is what is happening now. Is education really the key? Or that is number one. Is education really the key?
If you don't have godfather in Nigeria, you can't get work.
Godfatherism is the issue of
Yes, you can't get job. Even though you get grade A, whatever you have, you can't get job. And even you will see that the person that doesn't know anything when you are in school, you get the job.
A country cannot grow higher than its level and standard of education. And so our democracy will be loop-sided and continue to be loop-sided until we address the issue of mal-education in this country.